Anyone can go and buy anything and turn up in it.
Yeah.
That's not what I do.
You're like the Porsche meet Joker card, aren't you?
Told him it's got a 1.5 Beetle engine in it. On the phone, the bloke was like, "I'm sorry?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm sorry as well, mate."
This Porsche 911 Targa is going to divide opinion, because when does a Porsche stop being a Porsche? Is it when you put a 1.5 Beetle engine in it? Is it when you cover it with fiberglass, or when you use a graffiti artist to spray paint it, inspired by a Magnus Walker shoe? Welcome back to Resto Revival. I'm your host, Will. Let's get into it. Martyn, thank you for joining me.
Yeah.
As my intro suggests, this isn't what it appears.
No, it's far from it, really.
Far from it. So, tell us what we sat in front of, and then take us back to where in the world this came from and what you've done since.
Yeah, so it is 1980 Targa.
Yeah.
That bit,
Yeah.
the middle and the rear. It's got fiberglass body kit,
Yeah.
which no one seems to know.
Yeah.
Headlights off of a later Porsche. I'm not really up on my Porsches.
Yeah.
I do like them. I wouldn't have a new one, I'd have an old one. It started off, I bought it on eBay,
Yeah.
like you do, blind.
Yeah.
I'd never buy a car blind, but because of what it was and the amount of money it was, and it kept dropping, I had one of them moments, and I sent that message,
Yeah.
"Would you?"
Yeah.
And unfortunately he came back with yeah. And so it turned up, and the story was, it was donated to a college, some sort of motoring college,
Yeah.
and they ripped out what they wanted to rip out, and they put a Ford Pinto under the bonnet, which didn't fit, so you
Yeah.
couldn't shut the bonnet,
Good.
because obviously a Ford Pinto is quite a long lump, and it had to go over the cross member. So they didn't have the bonnet on it because the engine was there. They made a cage out of scaffold tube, is all I can sort of think it is, because I think it weighs more than your general everyday car,
Yeah.
which I can't take out because I think the car might fall in half. And basically had Ford running gear, but they'd put a bulkhead from the dash to the floor.
Yeah.
And when I say from the dash to the floor, so you wouldn't be able to get in it if you had legs. There was no leg room. There was no way of getting a seat in, because they put anti-tramp bars and all this from some sort of Ford, and it just didn't work. And I was like, what have I done? My only get out of jail was the number plate that turned up a few days later with the logbook,
Yeah.
and luckily it wasn't in the advert, and it was worth more than I paid for the car. So we can't quibble with the price, really. So at that point, we got the tape measure out and found out it was 2-inch longer wheelbase on the left than it was the right. Another bit of a fault that they'd created. And I just thought, what am I going to do? So being a bit of a tinkerer and an ex-B-dub man,
Yeah.
we decided to use Beetle parts and pans.
Yeah.
And it's now got a 1500 single port, so not a fast engine at all, and it's basically Beetle running gear. You'll see from the pictures, it's got the one dial in the dash. It's all it needs, and the rest is music. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
Love it or hate it.
Yeah.
It's a Marmite, isn't it?
It is. It sums you up and your personality quite well,
People
actually.
say that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's good or bad, because yeah, I've built some weird cars in my time.
Yeah.
Weirder than this, so this is quite tame.
When we first started talking, this had Gulf livery on it.
It did have Gulf livery, yeah.
And now it doesn't.
No.
So, yeah.
So
how did we get to?
There
yeah.
is a good story.
Yeah, go on.
So the Gulf livery got me into Hot Wheels Legends Tour,
Yeah.
which I got to top 10.
Yeah.
Filmed on the 5th floor in some place in London. Not good with names. And it done what it done. I had a lot of photo shoots, done a few at Goodwood, done a few mag features, and I'd painted it in my garden. And then one day I was down the canal where the graffiti boys tend to meet,
Yeah.
and there's this piece on the wall which I must send you the picture of, mustn't
Yeah.
I? And it was basically a guy upside down in a box with stormtrooper helmet on,
Right.
jeans and a hoodie, with a pair of Nikes on. And I just looked at it. The Nike was probably 2 foot. And I looked at the Nike, and the guy was painting it, and I was like, oh my God, I've just had a little moment. And he was like, sorry? I was like, have you ever painted a car? And he was like, they're a bit weird, aren't they, graffiti guys? They don't want to let on a lot anyway. And he was like, no. I was like, do you fancy doing a car? And he said, what is it? And me being me, I said, it's a Porsche. Which it is. You can reg check it. It is a Porsche.
There'll be people out watching this.
It's MOT'd.
Absolutely.
It's legit.
Yeah.
So he was like, you want me to graffiti a Porsche?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, why not? I painted it myself quite badly. You can only improve things, surely. So at the time I had my Magnus Walker trainer, which was based on his 277 car, which was a little bit of red, blue and white.
Yeah.
With the 2 tartan seats.
Yeah.
And I just thought, we want the car as the trainer. We're going to switch this up a little.
There you go.
So chucked him a picture of the trainer, done a little sketch, a bit arty, you know, I'll try.
Yeah.
And he was, give me a date, I'll be round. So in my little close where you came, of many not sort of car people,
Yeah.
we were out the front, put a bit of a plastic bubble up to keep the wind off, and away he went.
That's it.
Yeah.
On a drive
On
by
a drive.
graffiti artists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is where I also cut the car up and done everything else.
Yeah.
You know, I haven't got a garage. I've got a garage.
Yeah.
It's got a car in it.
Yeah, it's full.
There's all sorts of shit in it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So that's where it came about. Literally changed the name on the P to a V.
Yeah.
Turned it into the Vorsche because of the VW bit, and it's kind of stuck. And it does it comes out well in photos.
Oh, you can imagine. Yeah.
If you know what you do.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did drive through London the other week.
Yeah.
Talking to stand out, and we had all them clicky men at the traffic lights, and I had my wife with me, and they're like, spinning up, mate, and I just went, it won't, it's a Beetle.
It's not going to.
And they're like, no, don't muck about. I was like, no, honestly, this couldn't pull the skin off a rice pudding. This is gutless. But yeah, it just keeps giving. There's another phase, I think.
Yes. Talk to us about engine number 3 then.
Engine number 3 is sitting in the garage. I bought another car. It would be done if it wasn't for the little Escort that you saw.
Yeah.
But that cropped up. So I bought a bike, and I've taken the engine and everything out that I need. And I've had a mad idea of putting the bike engine in the back of the Vorsche.
Yeah.
Which I've done bike engine cars before.
Right.
I've done a Escort and a Rascal van. So, but this one's going to be a bit different. I'm going to try and put the VFR 800. I'm not going big power.
Yeah.
'Cause it's not about speed.
No.
Obviously. Through the Beetle gearbox. So, if nothing else, I think it'd be the fastest reverse in 911. Because it's going to have 6-speed sequential in reverse.
That's just
if it works.
outrageous.
Which is a big if, because people are like, have you done the maths on the gears? And I was like, yeah, there's 4 on the Beetle and there's 6 on the bike. But no, I haven't worked out ratios. That's not how I roll.
No.
I'll make a cage,
You'll do it.
take the Beetle engine out, whack it on there with an adapter plate, and take it around the block, I think. So,
Well, yeah. There's only one way to find out, right?
best way, isn't it?
Yeah.
You get an invite.
Yeah, I'll be there. One way or another. Before you blow it up, invite me, please.
But again, I'm doing it for sound.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
want people to look and think, what's going on?
Yes.
I know they think that anyway.
But
But
they
with
will.
that, I think it's coming out of the trainer livery.
Yeah.
That's been there and done that. I think it's been painted for 2 years now.
Right.
I'm over that one. So we're not sure on liveries. There's a few. I mean, might even go Resto Revival. You
That'd
never
be
know,
great.
do you?
Yeah.
Once you're rich and famous.
Yeah, I'll throw you a couple of quid and
But yeah, I was thinking I do like a chocolate brown Porsche.
Right.
So I'm going to go, I think, up, knobblies,
Yeah.
noise, and another livery.
Yeah.
That's kind of where we're heading with that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think.
And what sort of reaction do you get from people that see this?
I don't get that many negatives.
Right.
I do quite enjoy a negative. So if you're going to watch this and try and slate me and
I'm
upset
sure
me,
there's people tempted right now.
it'll make me laugh because that's. So a guy comes up to me. I'm at a Porsche meet, and he's like, "Why?"
Why?
Why?
Yeah, why?
And I said to him, "If you've got to ask me why, you've literally answered
Yeah.
your question.
Yes.
Because anyone can go and buy anything and turn up in it.
Yeah.
That's not what I do. I like to build something that's mad, stupid, different, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's a personal
Yeah.
canvas, isn't it?
Yeah,
Really?
absolutely. And I think
this is a really good canvas. It does. I went to the Porsche meeting, going back to your question, thinking I was going to upset a lot of people. And I ended up getting invited to like their annual big once a year meet by the guy. I don't even know who he was. I don't really do Porsche meets.
Yeah, you're like the Porsche meet Joker card, aren't you?
Yeah, exactly that. And I think I chucked the card straight in. And I didn't get anyone. I don't know whether they just didn't like to confront me. I mean, I'm not a scary looking man. But no negativity that I saw of. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think, you know, there's lots of cars I film with, lots of people I meet, and they all embody how individualistic cars are to people.
Yeah.
And they are an expression of yourself, and I don't think anyone has taken it to the extreme that you have. But
all my cars are tatty.
yeah.
I don't dress posh. As you can tell, I've got holes in my trousers, and I like anything that looks a bit knackered and used.
Yeah.
But then I kind of feel like, you know, if you get an old pair of jeans, you can do what you want to do. If you get in your posh jeans, you're restricted. That's how I kind of feel.
Yeah.
Beetle wipers didn't fit it very nice. But see, this is the other thing. The guy said to me, "Why have you not put Porsche wipers on it?" Why would I? Have you seen how much a Porsche wiper is? It's like, really? So, actually, I think they're Golf. I can't remember what they're Beetle blades. I think they're on Golf arms because they were the only ones that I could get that kind of bent to the shape.
Right.
But I'm not going to buy genuine Porsche bits and bobs. It's got the Beetle winding gear in that door to make the window go up and down because it didn't have anything in it.
Yeah.
This one doesn't go up and down. That's got a bit of wood that holds it where it is. I mean, it's bonded, obviously. So, but yeah, Beetle steering wheel. I'm not trying to pretend it's a Porsche.
No.
And
no.
I really not. I don't tell anyone I own a Porsche.
No.
I say
says Vorsche.
I own a shoe. Yeah.
Yeah, I just think it's fun to meet someone like you that's just doing something that I've never seen before, and
that's
why
good.
not? I think the answer is why not most of the time, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's like why put a Beetle engine in a Porsche? Well, why not?
Yeah.
Why not spray paint it?
Yeah.
A shoe colour.
You know, I've had people say, "Well, it's not legal." I'm like, look, I finished building the car and I took it for an MOT.
Yeah.
It passed the MOT.
There you go.
I've been driving this car now for 5 years.
Yeah.
From when I built it. And everything's welded. The way it's done is the same as if you was to do a beach buggy. So a beach buggy is fiberglass. There's two types of Beetle logbook.
Yeah.
And there's all ways of doing different things. But I've done it. I insure it as a Porsche. I've told them it's got a 1.5 Beetle engine in it. And again, on the phone, the bloke was like, "I'm sorry?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm sorry as well, mate." Like,
we're all sorry.
We're all sorry, but obviously if I could afford one of these with a Porsche engine in it, I'd be driving it, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
But it would still look rough.
Yes.
I'm just saying that. I would have a genuine 1980 Targa because I think it's quite a nice looking car without this body kit and these headlights and these bumpers. and
the roll
paint
cage.
scheme. Yeah, literally.
The engine.
As it came out the box, but tatty, I would own.
I think you'd enjoy this more than a genuine Targa, though. Knowing you.
Exactly that. It's me in a car.
It is. It's absolutely you.
I mean, you've only known me half an hour.
I know. I already know everything about you. I think it's time we take this for a drive.
Really?
Yeah.
You're up for that?
Yeah, I've got insurance.
Have you been in fast cars?
It doesn't matter, does it? That's just not one of them. Well, this is not what I imagined when I thought of a Porsche 911 Targa.
Is it not?
No.
What? Sound or feel or
interior, sound,
ride?
Yeah.
Bit
Do you know what? It
spongy.
rides all right.
Yeah. Going in, it's fourth, so watch out.
Yeah.
It's funny because a friend of mine, we drove to a show in London the other day.
Yeah.
And he's only ever followed or been in front in a car, and he came in this.
Yeah.
And we got halfway there and he went, do you know what? It actually drives quite well, doesn't it? And I was like, well, there's not really any reason for it not to.
It's nice that people are surprised.
Yeah. It's not quiet, but you know, engine noise is your music in a car like this.
Well,
that's what the Porsche owners say.
Do you know what? It's not invasive noise, is it?
No, it's fine.
Now you mentioned the wipers, I can't not see the wipers.
Awful, aren't they?
Yeah.
But
yeah, they look like
I'm too tight.
Stuck on.
Well, they have. No, they're bolted on. But yeah, they're not really the look, are they?
No. It's charming. It's
charming.
It's got character. It's absolutely got character.
Are you just being nice?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's true. It's true.
It is a pile of poo, but
like
I don't deny it.
I like it.
But it ticks some sort of box. I don't know where or when.
It's not.
But one day I'll find the box.
It's not a box you come across very often. I want a Porsche, but it can't be a Porsche.
Yeah. Got a Beetle that don't look right.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, the only way we can improve on that is put a motorbike engine in it, I reckon.
There you go.
We go flat out. That is what you got.
Was that actually flat out?
In second, yeah. Was that actually flat out?
Yeah, it is.
That's almost rude.
I thought you were just tickling the throttle.
Yeah, I was to the floor.
Sorry. Shall I react appropriately? If you do it again, and I'll react appropriately.
Oh, I can't change down. We'll probably blow the thing up at this speed. We'll do it out of the next roundabout.
Right, okay.
We'll let it have it. We'll both get pinned.
Yeah.
It'll sound like it's going.
Yeah. Give it a beat.
Are you ready?
Yeah, go on. Oh, wow.
What do you reckon?
That was unbelievable.
Yeah. Are all your body parts where they should be?
I've got to do a big Top Gear editing job on that. Thank you for today.
It's been good.
I've really enjoyed it.
Yeah, me too.
Funnily enough, this car was not what I was expecting. I don't think it ever would be.
It looks pretty in pictures.
Well, thank you again.
No worries.
That was great.
It's been
great fun.
Good.
Thanks for that.
That's good.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Can't wait to see.
Yeah.